high in the night sky, among the twinkling stars, there was a little star named Starry. Starry was small and quiet, and she often felt invisible next to the bigger, brighter stars. One night, Starry looked down at the earth below. The moonlight was glowing so beautifully, lighting up forests, rivers, and little sleeping towns. Starry sighed and whispered softly, "I wish I could shine like the moon." Just then, a gentle voice called out, "Why are you so sad, little star?" Starry looked around and saw a soft moonbeam floating nearby. The moonbeam glowed gently like a ribbon of light in the sky. Starry said shyly, "I'm too small to shine like the other stars. I'll never be as bright as the moon." The moonbeam smiled and said, "Come with me. I'll take you to the moonbeam's secret path. You'll discover something very special about yourself." Starry hesitated for a moment, but she was curious, so she followed the moonbeam. Together they floated down from the sky, their light dancing gently in the cool night air. They landed in a quiet forest. The trees were tall and swayed softly in the breeze. Tiny fireflies glowed all around, lighting the path ahead. As they walked, they met a wise old owl sitting on a low branch. The owl blinked slowly and said, "Little star, why do you think the stars shine in the sky?" Starry thought for a moment and then said, "Maybe it's because they aren't afraid to share their light." The owl nodded and replied, "That's right. Remember that, little one." Starry smiled and felt a little braver. She followed the moonbeam deeper into the forest. Soon, they came to a bush where a small bunny was curled up, half asleep. The bunny stretched and yawned, then said, "Starry, why do you think the moon shines so brightly, even in the dark?" Starry thought again and said, "Maybe it's because the moon knows its light can make the night beautiful." The bunny smiled sleepily and said, "That's right. Your light is just as special." The bunny closed its eyes and fell back to sleep. Starry felt warm inside as she and the moonbeam continued on. Finally, the moonbeam stopped in a quiet clearing. In the center was a shimmering pool of water. The surface was still, and it reflected the stars above. The moonbeam said, "Look into the water, Starry." Starry leaned over and saw her reflection. She gasped softly. Her light, though small, was soft and gentle. The moonbeam whispered, "See? You've been shining all along. You just needed to believe in yourself." Starry smiled. She didn't need to be as bright as the moon or the other stars. Her light was special in its own way. As the first rays of sunlight began to peek over the horizon, Starry thanked the moonbeam and floated back to the sky. That night, when the stars appeared, Starry shone proudly. Her soft glow added a special sparkle to the night. And from that day on, whenever someone looked up at the stars, they felt a little more peaceful, thanks to her gentle light. Good night, little one. Sleep well, and always remember, your light is special too.